As a student, King Janak approaches his teacher Ashtavakra in previous chapter and heard words springing from Master's bosom of lived subjective experience of self. Chapter 2 starts with King Janak reaction of sage Ashtavakra teaching with astonishment. The staggering uniqueness of experience and breathless vividness of his direct enlightenment chokes student and deprives him of his eloquence. Pause. 1. Oh! I am taintless, serene, pure consciousness and beyond nature? So long I have spent my days bewildered by delusion? King Janak continued in this verse. The universe appears from ignorance of self and disappears with knowledge of self, just as serpent, indeed, appears from non-apprehension of rope and disappears with its apprehension. Now, let's embark on a journey together to understand and experience this profound verse with the help of a story first. Once upon a time, in a small village, lived an illusionist named Meena. Meena was known throughout land for her captivating performances, where she would create illusions that appeared so real that even wisest of men were fooled. Despite her fame, Meena felt a deep sense of emptiness within her. She knew that illusions she created were not real, yet she couldn't help but be entangled in them. One day, while performing a trick where she would make a serpent appear from a rope, Meena had a sudden realization. She saw that rope, serpent, and even herself were all part of same reality. The serpent was merely a projection of her mind, just as duality she experienced in her daily life was a projection of her ignorance. This is akin to non-dual nature of reality, a term often elucidated by Ramana Maharshi as state where observer and observed are one. As Meena delved deeper into self-inquiry, she began to see ephemeral nature of her thoughts and emotions. She recognized that her ego was source of her separation from world and that by dissolving it, she could experience oneness of existence. Nisargadatta Maharaj often spoke of ego as source of separation, describing it as a misleading sense of identity that can be transcended through self-inquiry. As Meena continued her journey, she came to understand that knowledge was key to dispelling illusions that clouded her mind. She learned to observe her thoughts without attachment and to see world as it truly is, devoid of any differentiation or separation. Adi Shankaracharya often clarified knowledge dispels illusion, asserting that true wisdom eradicates ignorance and false perception of duality. In end, Meena realized that her true nature was timeless and spaceless. She saw that her individuality was merely a construct of ego and that, in reality, she was one with everything. This aligns with teachings on impermanence of individuality, as expounded by J. Krishnamurti, who asserted that individuality is a conditioning of mind and not true state of being. Now let's move on to a simple meditation practice based on this profound story. Let's initiate self-inquiry by asking, who am I? As your guiding light, Merge this inquiry with Mina's revelation that the non-dual reality reigns. Contemplate the layers of identity that shroud the truth of oneness. As you delve, embrace the core wisdom of Mina's realization, transcending illusion's chains. Redirect your gaze inward, the self as the subject of observation. Similar to Mina's voyage, recognize the ego's role in division's creation. Stand as the observer, observing the ego as a veil that shields unity's elation. Just as Mina discovered, unity's key lies in the ego's cessation. Breathe in harmony with the rhythm of existence, unity's vital essence. Acknowledge the dance of observer and observed, dissolving their separation. As Mina grasped, ignorance breeds duality and suffering. Merge into the truth she unraveled, dispelling duality's painful narration. Witness thoughts and feelings arising, yet disentangle them from your core. Mina's path echoes, illusions dispelled when knowledge takes the floor. Understand that the fleeting patterns in your mind's endless store are not you. Culminate your meditation in the embrace of all-encompassing unity. Reflect Mina's journey, grasp the transient self, a fleeting entity. Timeless and spaceless, like Mina, experience the boundless eternity. Just as she did, fathom the unity that defies individuality and diversity. As you conclude, carry understanding of your unconditioned nature and interconnectedness into your waking life. Assert that the observer and observed are manifestations of same reality. There is no separation or differentiation. Remind yourself that the mind, clouded by ignorance, projects a world of plurality and duality. This projection leads to confusions and sorrows. Remember that knowledge is antidote to ignorance. It frees one from unnecessary mental constructs and allows one to see world as it truly is. Assert that the ego creates an illusion of separateness. Dissolving ego through self-inquiry reveals non-dual nature of reality, ending suffering. Realize that individuality is a construct of ego. Its dissolution reveals timeless, spaceless nature of self. Take a few moments to bask in this newfound understanding and peace. You may like to repeat these meditation steps for 2 to 3 times more. Remember message of King Janak. The universe appears from ignorance of self and disappears with knowledge of self, just as serpent, indeed, appears from non-apprehension of rope and disappears with its apprehension. As you open your eyes, you feel a profound connection with your true nature, filled with serenity and wisdom. Summary chart on screen represents key teachings you just grasped during your journey in this meditation. The teachings about journey of self-discovery continue to resonate within you, guiding you on your spiritual journey, till we move on to next verse. To stay updated with our latest videos and receive timely notifications, please subscribe to our channel and activate notifications by activating the bell button.